How's everybody doing? Did you guys have a great time last night? Am I waking you up after lunch now? Is that my job? Okay, awesome. Thank you everybody for coming. And I have the pleasure of introducing you to our P&C track today. My name is Saima Shaukat, and I run a retail practice at ReSource Pro. For being a customer, and thank you for attending Summit. So, I just wanted to take a few minutes to talk about some key trends in the retail industry and just introduce you to some of the things and topics that we're going to be talking about. You know, last year, if some of you were here, I said something about the only thing that's constant is change. That's not changed. It's further amplified. And that changes across our organizations today. It's rampant. It's a paradigm shift. It's not just about thinking about the shift. It's about living it and lifting through it. And that's what our conversations are going to be about. Because it's not about doing things better. It's about operating differently so we can win differently. And that's a mindset that we're bringing to the track today. So the first shift that I'd like to talk about is the invisible bottleneck. We talk about constraints in the industry, but almost always we talk about the constraint being a talent constraint. And yes, that's tight. We can acknowledge that. But that's not always the full story. The real bottleneck is not as visible. The real bottleneck is not about just having enough people, but it's really about whether we can actually operate at the scale that we want to operate at. And what are some of the bottlenecks that are coming in the way of us servicing our customers in the best way at scale? And it's not that we are challenged in selling more, the demand is there. The second is the quiet transformation. We often think about transformation as being this big bang approach with these big things that need to happen and big shifts that need to happen. But big transformation takes time. It takes effort. And it takes time to impact your day-to-day performance. The real shift is how you work every single day. It's how you iterate and improve how you work with your employees, your customers, and serve them better. So it's not about so much about the big, huge things. It's the little iterations that we do that make our service better for our customers. You know, one of my favorite examples, I have two. The first one, the green stopgap. Is everybody familiar with that story? So it's a small design change that was actually suggested by a customer. And it created a small change which really just stopped your coffee from spilling. Nothing big, nothing crazy. But that little shift made a change in how people actually drank their coffee, and it stopped spills. Small design change that at scale created big results. So it's really about choosing the small things, the iterative things that really make an impact on your outcome and how you work with your customers. The second one I wanted to talk about is, you guys remember the soda pop cans where you had to pull the whole thing out? And it caused, like, some of you might be too young for this, and you used to have to pull this, pop out, and you could hurt your finger. It could, people actually ingested it at sometimes, believe it or not, there were liability claims on this. Then there was the stay-on cap. Small change, small design change. From an impact standpoint, doesn't look that big, but at scale, a game changer for the soda pop industry. So that's the idea of small, quiet transformations that make an impact in your everyday life. The third one, and we've talked a lot about this morning, is the chaos of AI acceleration. Right now, we're living it, but it's all about lifting through that change and bringing our people along with it. It's not about waiting for years for that transformation to happen. It's happening right in front of us. But if you really think about it, it's like a self-driving car. You can have the best self-driving car, but if you don't have an operating system, some guardrails, some governance, then it's driving somewhere and it's driving faster, but it's not going anywhere. And that's like us adopting AI without really thinking about what the repercussions are. A lot of times, the reality is There's a lot of pressure from different places coming, whether it's our competitors, whether it's management teams, whether it's our boards, to just implement AI. But like the car, what typically happens is that without guardrails, there are missed expectations, there are restarts when we don't want them. So it's really just thinking about navigating through some of those changes and lifting through them rather than just being a consumer of it. And you're going to see these trends come up in our overall track today and tomorrow, over and over again. But the whole idea was to make this consumable and really think about how this changes your everyday life. With that said, thank you very much for coming, and I hope you have a great rest of Summit. Thanks again.